Today we're going to be looking at the final entry in the Final Fantasy Master Creatures Series 3, and this is Gilgamesh from Final Fantasy V. And this is the back of Gilgamesh's box prison. As we can see, we have a lovely photo of Gilgamesh here on the back, with the only other two entries in the Final Fantasy Master Creatures Series 3. We have Phoenix from Final Fantasy IX and Shiva from Final Fantasy X. Both I've done reviews on. So let's complete this series and take a look at Gilgamesh. And here we have the man himself, Gilgamesh, a character that appeared quite frequently in the series, and sometimes is quite comical of a character. Other times he's kind of a summon. Sometimes you fight him. They mix him up quite a lot, but Gilgamesh is a frequent entry in Final Fantasy. There's a lot going on with this statue. It's one of the more badass looking ones of this series. Shiva and Phoenix, kind of very colourful, very bright looking, very fun looking. This looks like well, it looks like he definitely means business. He's got lots of weaponry for all of his arms. You see Gilgamesh, so you've got 4 arms on this side, 4 arms on that side. He's a Spider-Man. He's got 8 arms. So let's have a look at what he's got in his arms. I believe this sword that his 2 front arms are balancing on, I think that is Excalibur, which is one of the worst swords ever in Final Fantasy. I think it does like 1 hit point worth of damage, but he's got more weapons, fortunately. We've got here nice mace, which he's holding with a real chain, which you can actually pull the chain through and adjust the dangle length of the mace, which is a nice little touch. This arm here has a nice spear, which is sticking out, which is the tallest piece of the statue. We have an axe in this hand, which is linked to a ring that goes round his arm. I guess that's so he can throw the axe at his enemies and have it still linked to his arm to pull back. This arm is currently unsheathing a sword from his back. You can see the scabbard there. And these front 2 arms here, these are holding his big sword. I believe this is the Excalibur. It's got a nice little chain there. And you can see the base that he's standing on has a bit of a swirl design to it. It's getting close with Gilgamesh. You can see his spotted trousers, his tunic, his helmet with his horns. Looks like a very fearsome enemy. And I love the way that they've sculpted his red material here. It almost goes to a translucency on the ends of the material. I like the way it's sort of aloft. It kind of looks like tissue or something, but it's very unique. So that was Gilgamesh. What was your favourite incarnation of Gilgamesh? What are your fond memories of him? I remember when Sifa defeated Odin in Final Fantasy VIII, and then Gilgamesh came down to replace Odin. He'd sometimes turn up, and unfortunately most of the time you get like Excalibur, but you longed for those days when a bit of Zantetsuken with his Excalibur. So if you enjoyed these reviews, comment, rate and subscribe, and we'll take a look at some more Final Fantasy merchandise soon.